What's up, YouTube? This is gonna be a different video. Just gonna dedicate this just to the snapbacks, just the hats or whatever. I figured I'd just make this video just on talking about them and just like showing different types of snapbacks and just like tips on how to like better take care of your hats, because I get questions about that. So before I get into all that, I just want to say, like, I get emails like every day, like hundreds of emails every day asking where I get my snapbacks. You know, in my snapback video, my collection, you know, I kind of put like a note saying please don't email me, and yet people still email me. I don't know if people just can't read, or I don't know. I don't answer them because I get them every day, dude. So I figured I'd tell you guys now in this video where I get them. So if I get emails after today where I get my snapbacks, I'm not going to answer you. Alright? And don't get offended. Just read and pay attention. Alright? So, I mean, people ask me where online do I get them. I don't go to no sites. The only site I've been to is eBay. People say, well, eBay is expensive. Well, you just gotta know how to shop on eBay, dude. You know, if you really want these hats, you just gotta know, like, how exactly how to categorize everything, what to look for. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just expect just to go on there one day and just all of a sudden just buy all these cheap hats. No, you can't. I will say that they are overpriced. I mean, these hats, honestly, to me, aren't worth shit to me, you know? So eBay's one. And the other place, honestly, is thrift stores, man. Just go to thrift stores. That's where I found them. My thrift store now, I can't find anymore because now all these whack-ass teenage hypebeasts are all there grabbing them. They took them all now. But years ago, dude, I was the only one buying them. And I'd buy like 5 a day for like $2 each. Freshness. But now, you know, since they're popular, everybody's there like looking for them. So there you go. That's where I get them. Now please stop with the emails. Thank you. Alright, yeah, so now that I've mentioned that, let me just get to the hats. I just want to show you guys different types of snapbacks. Now back in the day, people that made snapbacks, it was just a slew of like different companies. You know, it wasn't just like it is right now with like New Era in the fitted. Nah, I mean, there was difference. There was Sports Specialties, Starter, AJD, Catboy, you know, NFL licensed, NBA licensed hats, just whatever, you know, there's just so many. So I figured I'd just show you guys like 3 different types. First one, I mentioned them, is Sports Specialty hats. You can see the logo here. I mean, these aren't the greatest, they're not the best hats, but they are made out of wool. I got a Utah Jazz, Boston Celtics, and I got a Nuggets one. Now there are a couple of Sports Specialties that look like this, where it's just like kind of nice, you know, and then like a portion of the hat has this type of logo on it, which is pretty cool. Then we got, which I'm sure everybody knows, starter hats. They have the starter thing on the back. These two are made out of different material. This one's made out of cotton. This one's out of wool. Just because they're made from the same company but made out of different materials doesn't make one fake or the other. The majority of hats back in the day were green brimmed. Not to say that the gray brims weren't like fake or anything. They were just different. I prefer wool over the polyester just because these are better material and they last longer. These type of hats, they fade, man. You wear them in the sun for a while and they'll start fading on your ass. And then, like, I don't know. I kind of like these a little bit better in a way that they kind of like stay like stiff. I don't know if that makes sense. But everybody knows the starter caps. And then there are these that are quite possibly the most expensive ones that you guys will find out on the internet, you know. And they are the scripted ones. Basically, the scripts are the ones with the name of the city and then like the name of the team in cursive. As you can see, I got the Sharks and I got the Chicago Bears. and then I got the Charlotte Hornets. And I don't think I paid more than $3 for these. I got these for like $3 each. So, but yeah, man, these are actually the most expensive ones that I've noticed to be found on the internet. But then again, you know, don't fall into the hype. Don't be paying $50 for these hats, man. I'll be honest with you. These hats are not worth $50. They're not even worth $20 in my opinion. But yeah, those are the script ones. So those are the ones that, I don't know, I guess are the more popular ones, the more expensive. So those are just 3 types of different hats. Let me just get into some tips, because I always get some emails about how to like take care of hats. So here you go. Like for instance, like with the white hats, what I do is I keep them in a bag. Like if I had a separate bag, I would keep them all in separate bags, but I only got one bag. Because what I've noticed is, even though I leave my hats in the closet, like my white ones, they still end up becoming dirty. So what I would do, if I were you guys, I'd just get a bag and just, you know, put little holes in them, and then, yeah, just do that. That's what I would do if I had a whole rack of white hats. And don't be wearing white hats when it's like hot. It's hot as hell and it's sunny, because the sweat will make the freaking collar inside turn really, really black or really, really brown. For instance, like this hat. This is probably one of my favorite hats, but I can't wear it anymore. And this is probably where my first tip is going to come. Whatever you do, don't use bleach pens. Don't. Alright? If your hat is white and dirty, use milk or something. Like, I've done that. I've literally used milk on white hats and it's worked. Like, just use a little bit, get like a rag, dip some milk in it, and start scraping with the milk. I mean, if you use water, it's just going to spread the dirtiness around the hat. It's going to make it look bad. But use milk, and after you use the milk and the stain is gone, then put some water on it so you can blend it in with the hat. But don't use the bleach pens. And you want to know why? That's why. My hat was dirty right here, and I decided to use a bleach pen, you know, because bleach makes everything white. But instead, what it does is it deteriorates the freaking materials. This is 65% cotton, 35% polyester. So if you use a bleach pen on cotton, I don't know if that would really fuck it up like it did with this one. But just to be safe, I wouldn't use it at all. If your collar is dirty like this, just leave it dirty, dude. Well, you really can't do anything. I mean, if you want, I guess what you could do is just get some soap, some bar of soap, and just scrub the shit out of it. You know, if you're really that pressed. But don't use bleach pens. You know. I just hang this up in my room now. I don't wear it. The next tip is this. Like, if you wear these kind of like polyester type hats, when you sweat, the brim will start having the sweat stain on it like that. You see? So what I suggest is, instead of just like putting soap or whatever, just put a little bit of water and just start scrubbing the shit out of it, dude. Just scrub it like this with a brush. Don't scrub too hard that you mess up the material. I've only done it once, so you can still see it, but if you do it like 3 times, I'm sure it won't be as bad. It won't look that bad, you know. I mean, it doesn't really look that bad, but that's what I would suggest. Just scrub it. And then the last tip is this, for instance. Now, when I got this hat, it was fucked up. I mean, like, yeah, this hat goes for like $50, right? But I got it for $3 on eBay. And the reason why I got it for $3 is because it was jacked up. It was flat, and it had tons and tons of wrinkles, dude. I mean, it was so wrinkly, I swear it looked like an old man's ball sack. Like, I'm not joking. So, what I had to do to fix it was use this Downy wrinkle releaser. My dad actually had this because he had a hat and he wanted to use it, so he asked me if I wanted to use it, and I was like, hell yeah. So basically what you do is you just spray the hat, dude. Just spray it until it's soaked. Inside, everywhere where it's wrinkly. And then you gotta put it in a spot where it's stretched out. You know, place it in the stretched out place so then the wrinkles will be stretched out, and just leave it there. You know, don't just leave it just sitting there, you know, all wet. You have to put it in a place where it's stretching it out. So when you leave it there, the wrinkles will just stretch out, and then you won't see them anymore. I mean, it's done wonders for this hat. I mean, and when I wear it, it looks legit now. I mean, there's still tiny bits of creases, but what it was before, it could barely stand up the way it is right now. So that's what I suggest. Just use that, guys, for wrinkles. And that's pretty much it for the tips. I mean, I do have tons of hats, and I plan on getting tons more, you know. I just love hats. I love snapbacks. I love, like, the ones with the straps. I like fitteds. I like all hats, dude, you know what I'm saying? I just like well, the reason why I really like snapbacks first, I mean, I like the way they look. They just look better. They fit better. And the reason why I started buying so many is because they were so cheap. I used to get them I used to get so much at the thrift stores, man. But you know how it is, man. When something becomes popular, like, then, like, I don't know, people, like, start, man, now there's people at the thrift store buying them, you know, so I can't buy anymore. Like, now I have to resort to online, but fuck it. I mean, I already have, like, about 60 of them, so, you know, I really don't need too many more. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And just like on a last note, man, like, you know, don't fall into the hype, man. Don't be paying $30, $40 for this. This is not worth $40, man. The reason why it's worth $40 is because it's the hype. Like, I paid like $4 for this, man. This shit's fresh. Look at this. You know what I'm saying? Buy it because you like it, not because it's the in thing right now. Please, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be real with you guys. Like, you know, everybody's wearing snapbacks now because it's the in thing, and if you don't have snapbacks, then you're not in yet. You know what I'm saying? Just come on, man. People just gotta grow up and just come up with their own style. Like, I'm dead serious when I say that, man. Like, and one thing that blows me is that that one designer or that one artist or celebrity, Tissa or whatever his name is, where, you know, he'll stitch his name. He'll get a vintage snapback. He'll stitch his name on it and then sell it for like 10 times the much it's worth. Like, I'm a firm believer in well, I mean, you should be, like, a believer in pretty much, you know, people can do whatever they want with their money. You know, I'm not here telling you have to not buy Tissa snapbacks, you know, or whatever. But just because, you know, you can do it doesn't mean I don't agree with it, honestly. I think Tissa snapbacks are fucking gay and they're whack and they look stupid. You know what I mean? But I mean, if you like them, whatever. I mean, if you got the money to blow it, go right ahead, dude. But in my personal opinion, I think those are fucking gay and those are hypebeast shit, dude. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, if I really wanted to, dude, I could just get a picture of that stupid ass logo, take it to my local mall, go to that dude in the stand that stitches hats, tell him to stitch Tissa on the side of my snapback and get it for 1,000 times less than how much it really costs. I mean, really, I've seen the stitching job on those Tissa snapbacks, and they're terrible, dude. They're horrible. They're terrible, man. Like, I don't even know why people would even want them. Why would you want to look like Chris Brown? Why? The man beats women. Why would you want to look like a guy that beats women? He wears Tissa snapbacks. Automatically, that's a red flag right there. All right, I already know what not to rock. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's like that, I might as well just go around, start walking around the streets with black gloves, looking like O.J. Simpson. You know? Why not, right? I'm trying to look like O.J. Simpson. So, like, why would people rock Tissa snapbacks? Come on, guys. Just like, why would you even rock anything a celebrity wears in general? You know, that just means that you didn't find that style out. You're just copying somebody else. But, dude, I could go all day with that, you know, and you guys are probably hating me right now. You're probably going to hit the dislike button, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm just here to help you guys out and teach you some tips and how to be a smart shopper and a better dresser. Just don't fall into the hype. That's all I got to say, alright? Once again, guys, thanks for watching and support my channel. I really appreciate the views on my snapback hat collection. It has grown a lot since then, but I just don't feel like making another collection of that shit. So, I mean, thanks for the love. Really appreciate it. It is the holiday, so I wish you guys a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and God bless.